Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. We're going to be doing lesson 5, module 4, course 2, real estate Humber salesperson program. I believe I said that like 30 times already. But yes, just so you know what we're doing. uh, but yeah, lesson 5 is pretty small. There's only 4 lessons. They talk about needs, material facts, and the best interests of a seller and buyer. And then they also talk about the impact of market conditions on negotiating strategies. Um, I'm just gonna skip all the way to the module summary because we've already. I don't think there's anything there. Well, we can check. Let me see 1 second. All the way to the end, they talk about. Yeah, it's not that much. Latent facts. Okay, yeah, we literally can cover this in the module summary. All right, cool. So in the module summary, uh, excuse me, residential resale transactions involve extensive work with sellers and buyers and their changing needs and wants. To accurately assess a seller's need, you will ask them questions that will help you in assessing their needs and motivations to get accurate and complete information on the property. You will need to take reasonable steps to determine and disclose material facts relating to the purchase or sale of the property to seller clients per subsection 221 21 of the Code of Ethics. You will always need to take care of work in the best interest of the client and actively promote the interest per section 4 of the code. You will only need to disclose material facts that are known or ought to be known by the salesperson when working with seller customers. You will have to perform due diligence to fulfill your obligations to identify defects, which can be patent defects, latent defects, or more severe types of latent defects. What are latent defects? A defect that is not readily observable by an untrained eye during the reasonable inspection of the property. This includes any hidden flaw, weakness, or imperfection that a salesperson or buyer would not be able to see when viewing the property. The most severe type of latent defect is the material latent defect. This defect poses a serious risk that can render the home unsafe, unhealthy, or otherwise uninhabitable to live in. Material latent defects. You will also need to verify information the seller provides relating to defects. The seller is not obligated to disclose patent defects to potential buyers. However, the seller must disclose latent defects. Non-disclosure of known latent defects may result in civil liabilities. Same thing with the buyer. To assess a buyer's needs and determine the property that will be the best that will best suit them, you will need to take several steps, including asking appropriate questions, qualifying the buyer, revisiting the buyer's criteria during the sales process, and understanding the impact of demographics on the buyer's needs. What are demographics? Excuse me. The study of population that changes over time with particular emphasis on the growth/size, distribution, and composition of the population. Okay. You will be required to determine and disclose material facts about a property to buyer clients. You will always need to work in the best interest of a buyer client and actively promote and protect the interest. So basically almost the same thing as a seller. So the impact of market conditions on negotiation strategies. The market type influences the recommendations you will make to seller and buyers during the offer process. There can be 3 market types: the seller's market, the buyer's market, or the balanced market. The seller's market, a market where the number of buyers who want to purchase a property exceeds the supply. This type of market is characterized by the properties that sell quickly, rising prices, many buyers looking, and minimal inventory available for sale. What is a buyer's market? A buyer's market where the supply of properties on the market exceeds the demand, Characteristics of this market include longer selling periods for properties on the market, fewer buyers compared to properties available, higher inventory, and stabilized or declining prices. What is a balanced market? A market where the number of properties on the market equals the demand. The characteristics of this market include properties selling within a reasonable period of time, demand equally equaling no demand equaling supply. Excuse me. Sellers accepting reasonable offers and generally stabilized prices. You will need to ensure that the seller and buyer clients understand the market conditions to prepare them for negotiation and give appropriate offer advice. However, you will never make decisions on behalf of the client. Make sense? Cool, got it. So that was the module summary for course 4 lesson. Which lesson? Yes, lesson 5. This was lesson 5, module 4, course 2. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you learned something. Tune in for my next video. We'll be doing yeah, let me see which one we have left. We can exit here and we can see that we have module 5. Yes, I will be covering module 5 next. Alright, good night.